In today's episode, I want to share some patterns I have seen, some experience I have had when working with my coaching clients, when they're getting ready to scale their business, and the limiting beliefs, the behavioral patterns that I have seen holding them back from making that next revenue jump, from going from founder to CEO. Now, let's define founder and CEO for a moment, and that's already going to start explaining where the issues are. When I say founder, you started your business as a side hustle, might be full-time, but you have one or two employees or 1099s, and you are still fully in your business. Now, founders, you can be a founder for 10 years and never make that step into CEO, and you don't have to. If you, however, want to build a business that supports you, that works for you, where you don't work 24/7, where you are not doing all the things, where you get to enjoy your life, you have to stop being a founder and become a CEO. Now, what does that mean? The downfalls of, quote, founders is the business relies on you. It relies on you. You leave the business for longer than 5 days, sometimes not even being able to make 5 days, and the business is going to crumble. And I see a lot on both sides, right? We do ClickUp implementation and offer fractional COO services, and I also work as a coach for entrepreneurs. And often enough on both sides, right? On the coaching side of things, where my clients have realized that they have hit that ceiling and they can't get past it, or me working with companies, with agencies on process optimization and ClickUp implementation. I see it on both sides, and specifically with marketing agencies, where somebody calls himself a CEO and they are still a founder, where they're micromanaging everything, where often enough what happens is do as I say, not as I do, where the team is required to do certain things, to show their face on camera, but the founder doesn't need to. Where the team is doing their job and the founder still has to approve everything, so now it's stuck because the founder gets busy with whatever they're doing and they just don't get to it. Where deadlines are set, but the founder doesn't hold up to it. Where the communication is bad, and it's often it's often a shit show. Some of the things that I have experienced coming in as a 1099 into situations like that is I'm being hired as an expert, and the founder then tells me how to do my job. They can't let go of their business. They have to approve everything. They are in the admin process, they're in the sales process, they're in the delivery process, they're in all departments, they're in all jobs, they're in all things. And if they're not there, or if they don't do what they're supposed to be doing in the process, everything falls apart. And that's fine if you don't want to scale your business, if you don't want to keep team members around, go for it. Really go for it. You're gonna scare away with that micromanaging, with having to touch everything. You're gonna scare away your best people, because the best people you can hire are not great at the hard skills. You can teach Canva, you can teach ClickUp, you can teach all of this. You can't teach personal drive. They are going to take accountability for their work. They are going to be productive. They are going to work on deadlines. They are going to make the thing happen. Now, if you are a founder and you're micromanaging them and you have to approve everything and you are not around because your schedule is way too full with all kinds of shit, they are going to leave, because somebody that allows them to work in their best possible way and take ownership of their work, that's where they're going to go. Because you as the CEO would be there. If you are a CEO, not a founder, you are there to support your team, to give them the guidelines, to give them the boundaries, and give them the framework. And if you don't do that, you can't scale your business. So, especially with process optimization, in that transition from founder to CEO, we often run into the issue of, I don't know what to do. Meaning standard operating procedures are not in place. Meaning team onboarding has not been happening. Meaning your communication is a shit show. You don't need a weekly 2-hour meeting. For what? I work a lot with marketing and content agencies, right? There is a lot going on. They have clients for short form video, long form video, graphic design, thumbnails, all kinds of things, right? There's so much happening. There's a lot of communication happening. There needs to be a lot of communication happening. But when that communication isn't clear and you're just chatting forward and back in Slack channels and can you test this and can you do this, it's going to be a mess. And yeah, then you need weekly 2-hour meetings because you as the founder are not clearly communicating. You are not clearly setting those boundaries and setting those expectations. So how do you change from being a founder to being a CEO? Number one, and one of the most important things, get the information out of your head. I love every single discovery call that I have, and they are like, ooh, we love mind mapping. Here's our company structure. Here's our processes. Oh my God, I don't have to get my tentacles in your head to suck the information out. No, you already planned for that. That's CEO level right there. You have built this business. You founded this business. You solved a problem. You gotten to a point where you have clients, where you have a team, where you are growing. Yes, you fucking did that. Now it's time to let go. Now it is time to pull all of that information and all of those lessons that you accumulated throughout the years and get it onto paper so that you can hand it forward. Be clear of expectations and boundaries and what each position is supposed to be doing. With that, what I often see is, in agencies specifically, somebody is being brought on, right? When you work with an agency, one piece of content has multiple different things. So let's just use video. You need to script it. It needs to be recorded. It needs to be edited. It needs a social media post with it, and it needs to be published. There's a lot of things happening. Scripts needs to be approved. Who is approving it? You as the founder? We are back to founder. You're not CEO. Script is approved. Who is recording it? You as the founder? You're not supposed to be the founder. You're supposed to be CEO. Edit it. Who's editing it? Your team better has the guidelines on how to edit a viral piece of content. Who's publishing it? Who is approving all of it? Who is talking with the client? There's a lot happening all at the same time. And if you have your fingers in all of the things, there's a problem because you are the bottleneck. You are the bottleneck in multiple stages of the process, and you are the bottleneck for multiple clients. And then what often happens is you have one amazing talent on your team. One that keeps the process going. One that says, I need this, I need that. This is missing, that is missing. And they are actually becoming so much more than just a content creator. They're becoming a project manager. They are becoming the driving force in your business. And they're not getting paid for it. because they just do what needs to get done so they can get their work done, guess what's going to happen? That person is going to be so frustrated because they've asked multiple times for you to approve something, but you got busy as the founder, couldn't do what you said. You have to approve. Guess what? You don't. And the whole process stops. And that specific person that you want on your team, because they are driven, they are self-sufficient, they are self-driven, they are doing, they are not asking you every 5 minutes of what they need to do. You do not need to micromanage them. They manage themselves and they bring so much value to your business. They are going to leave because you are slowing them down, because you are the bottleneck. And that is where that biggest differentiation is between founder and CEO. The ability to communicate and transfer your knowledge and then letting go. Again, there is nothing bad about you saying, you know what, I just want to stay founder, I just want to stay solopreneur, I'm just going to bring in a 1099 once in a while to take some marketing off my back or some social media publishing. There's nothing bad about it. But if you want to scale your business and if you want to build a business that is self-sufficient, that increases your impact and your income, you need to stop being a founder and start becoming a CEO and bring people in that support you. Stop micromanaging. Stop hiring people and then tell them what to do. Especially when you're bringing in an expert. When you're bringing somebody in to help you structure and build your business, oh God, no, we're going to go on a rant. I don't work with a lot of agencies anymore. I'm a big content creator. I know the agency model front to back. I know how to automate it. I know how to make it run so smooth. Between clients and projects and teams, I got this thing down. 75%, if not even more, of agencies, they come to me. The price shopping ones, we already, fine. Go, you get the simple pitch. It's fine. I know you're not coming back because I'm not the cheapest. The secondary layer of me checking agencies and deciding if I'm going to work with that agency is testing how much they're going to tell me how to do my job. Because, oh my God, 75% of agencies are a shit show. There is no common process. There is no common data asset management. There is not even a common naming structure. They are just reactive and they are not wanting to do the work. So yeah, in the beginning, I've worked with a couple of agencies that I still had to learn this lesson. I came in and often enough the CEO at this point still. So it's not even a manager position. It is the CEO. That's what they call themselves. The one hiring me. And I tell them, because it always happens. They come to me, they want to use ClickUp and do the things. And I start digging into the processes and figuring out that they have no processes in place. It's all just fly by the seat of your pants. And I start digging into process mapping and building out repeatable processes and automating them, connecting them to Microsoft Office or Drive for asset management for clients, for really systemizing their business so that we can efficiently run it in ClickUp. There's so much happening before we can build it out in ClickUp. They're having a meltdown a month in. They're telling me what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it. And I'm like, you might know your marketing, you might know your clients, but you don't know processes. I've seen the shit you are doing. It's not scalable. Because what happens in that situation is you can scale a shit show. You just double up on the shit you're creating. You are not going to be able to keep around good talent because they are not doing that crap. You are not consistently going to keep clients, the good, well-paying clients, because they're not going to deal with that shit either. And you are going to waste so much money that after you pay extra for these additional hours your team has to use because your processes and systems aren't clear and because you're not automating what you could be automating. And you are losing out on so much resources and possibilities because you have to micromanage it. So I invite you, even if you say, you know what, I want to stay a solopreneur, I'm good. Your life becomes so much easier when you step away. When you stop micromanaging, when you take initiative and you focus on the big implementations on your business. What are the values? What are the business goals? And pull in these people that there's always one, no matter how bad your business runs, there's always one in your company already that has that drive, that wants to be there, that wants to support you, that is self-driven, that has the soft skill to do so. Hard skills can always be taught, not a problem. Pull that person in, make use of them. Even if you don't want to scale your business, you are going to have such an easier life with a business that supports you, with a business that still can run, even if life hits you over the head or you want to take a vacation. You need to get over yourself. You built this baby. You've grown it. Fuck yes. Now let the little birdie fly. Don't have kids myself, but I assume that's similar, right? My business is my baby. Where at some point you need to decide, I taught you enough. Now go live your life. It's like having children. 16, 17, 18, based on where you live, sometimes 21. Where it's like, yeah, I'm freaking out letting go of you, but I've taught you well. Now live your life. And that is where the big difference happens between founder and CEO. Not saying it's easy. It's our baby. But I know you can do that. Jump in the comment section. I want to hear from you. What are your struggles when letting go of your business being your baby and stepping into that CEO role? And building a business that is self-sustainable, that can function without you and support you. What's your biggest struggle with that? I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.